10, Ottawa from their own 35. Watts throwing complete. Ball is stripped away, and it is incomplete. Tony January in and out of his hands as he was spun around. Looked like Eddie Lowell may have picked it off. There is a penalty marker down back near the line of scrimmage.
Boy, defensive backs on both sides of the football doing a good job of stripping the ball from the receiver. Just after it got there, it was Glenn Suter, 27, I think, that stripped that one.
Arched off against Saskatchewan. It'll be a first down Ottawa as they'll move it from the 35 up to the 50, a 15-yard penalty.
I think it's going to be roughing on Goltz.
Major foul, necessary roughness, 63, Saskatchewan. First down.
Costly penalty against a 9-year veteran out of Simon Fraser.
First down on the 50.
BC Lions #1 draft pick in 1978. And a free agent signing with Calgary in 1983, and then he was released, and the Riders picked him up last year. First down from their own 50. J.C. Watts again throwing a one-hopper out there towards Williams. That's twice now he's tried that, just hasn't got the ball to him. He's second down and 10.
Second and 10 at the 50.
Mike Williams, number 21, was cut by Mouse Davis down in the USFL, and so he had some familiarity with the run and shoot, and he was grabbed immediately by Joe Moss and signed with Ottawa. Second down and 10. Penalty marker. Ottawa looked like they had crossed the line of scrimmage before the snap of the ball. Terry Irvin went high and picked it off. Great interception by Terry Irvin. As I mentioned, he set a club record with 11 last year, and he's got one in 1985. It's a beauty.
Intended receiver Mike Williams, and it looked like he was open for just a moment. JC might have floated that one just a little bit too much, Dale.
Well, he's throwing into that wind, too.
Well, we talked about the recovery and the speed of the veteran Terry Irving on that cornerback spot on the left side on the very first play of the game. Boy, he showed it once again in spades.
Ottawa, decline, first down.
So the penalty against Ottawa is declined. The interception by Terry Irvin will stand. It's first and 10, Saskatchewan, the ball at their own 28-yard line. We have no score and 10:46 remaining in the first quarter.
Sack or interception. The Lux program number is displayed on page 25. Saskatchewan 30.
There's no score, and we'll be back to Taylor Field in just a moment.
In 1840, the skills of the coppersmith were an important part of the fine brewing tradition of Carling Black Label. For it was he who fashioned the copper kettles to the high standards demanded by the brewmaster. Work that resulted in a quality beer famous for its taste. Carling Black Label. Today, we still brew a beer you'll enjoy now as people did then, at a price you can appreciate. Carling Black Label, a great beer at a great price.
He has been with the club for about 4 years. Willie Thomas, of course, coming over from Calgary in that 3-for-3 trade just prior to training camp. Joe Pow hits Ray Elgard, and the big inside receiver has a first down, and it takes 4 or 5 Ottawa Roughriders to stop him. Elgard gets it up to the 44-yard line for a gain of 16.
He really did use his size to advantage, didn't he, Dale Watts? After Elgard makes this reception, he's 6'3", 225 pounds. In his third year with the Saskatchewan Roughriders, and he's tough to bring down. Here's the interception. Watch Terry Irvin go up for that football.
Back to the live action. Craig Ellis with his first carry of the ball game, and doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage thanks to Greg Marshall's efforts defensively. There is a penalty marker.
Look at this. Terry move in there with good timing. It's perfect.
He missed the last game of '84 with that knee injury, speaking of Terry Irvin, and then did not get back into action until the third game of preseason this year.
Holding, Saskatchewan 65, first down repeated.
Veteran right guard Neil Quilter, who missed 11 games last year because of a broken leg. Defensively for Ottawa.
34.5.
We talked about Greg Marshall. He, of course, leads that front four. Jack Williams, not all bad either on the other side. Tom Towns, 10-year veteran of the Edmonton Eskimos, now starting for Ottawa.
And boy, are they ever pleased with him, Dale.
Ray Elgard again coming across the middle, and Joe Pau hits him out to the 50-yard line. Hirsch making the tackle, and a 17-yard gain for Elgard. They'll spot it at the 51, and he'll be about 3 yards short of the first down.
Good throw by Joe. I want to make you aware once again that Saskatchewan has a big wind at their back. Ottawa would be quite happy to have them play in this between the 35-yard lines, the alumni area field.
All right, 2nd down and 3. Saskatchewan straight ahead. Handoff. David Conrad squirts through there across midfield into Ottawa territory. Sovieta making the tackle on him, and he has a first down. As Conrad has replaced the injured Robert Reed now for the last 2 series in favor of Saskatchewan. The defensive backs and the only returnee, Ricky Barton. The rest are new. Outley, Hirsch, Sigler, Broussard, all rookie imports, and they're using the total of 5 imports in that secondary for Ottawa. First down, Saskatchewan at the Ottawa 54-yard line. Pau looking quickly left, coming in the middle, hits Michael Elarms. Touchdown, Saskatchewan. A 55-yard scoring play. Michael Elarms, the little guy out of Angelo State at 5'8", 170, and a beautifully thrown football by Joe Pau.
And Dale, a great read by the veteran quarterback, because he saw that blitz. You'll see the linebackers all coming on this side, trying to put the pressure on Joe Pau. He knows it's man-to-man coverage. We stop it right there. You'll see the receiver at the top of the screen. He's looking right there, right off the bat, because he knows it's man-to-man, and it's 6 points for the Riders.
And David Ridgway adds the convert, and it is now a 7-0 ball game. Saskatchewan leading Ottawa. We'll be back in just a moment.
One of the rookie cornerbacks picked on by Saskatchewan as Broussard is beaten by Lance very easily. Man-to-man coverage on that blitz, and Joe Pau throws a strike. The first score of this ball game.
Took them 4 plays to get the major up there as David Ridgway kicks off and puts it deep into the end zone. Derek Zeno will have to give up a single point now, and the Saskatchewan Roughriders will lead at 8-0.
I just wonder if this young fellow knows that he gave up a single point.
Probably not.
He's one of the new receivers for the Ottawa Roughriders, and he was not that deep in the end zone that he couldn't have gotten it out. Joe Moss may be a little upset.
Derek Zeno out of Central Oklahoma State had a tryout in the NFL last year with Washington. He's 23 years of age, 5'9", 175, and he stays out there offensively now and goes in motion to the right. First down, Ottawa from the 35. They trail by 8. This is Zeno taking that little sling pass from J.C. Watts, and he is cut down by Eddie Ray Walker after a gain of about 3 yards, moving the ball out to the 38-yard line.
Well, they're really stacking the deck on the right side there. They had 4 receivers on the right side of the field. There's your preseason record for Zeno.
Both inside receivers for Ottawa are brand new to the CFL. Gary Doolin is now down on one knee. Former Ottawa Rough Rider will be attended to. Will come out for one play, replaced by Scott Rettel. Tony January, who is also an inside receiver for Ottawa, wearing number 30, was in the Montreal camp in 1983. As you see, Doolin now leaving the playing field. It is warm down there, this artificial surface. It'd be at least 10 degrees warmer than the air temperature, which about an hour ago was 26 degrees. The forecasted high today was at least 30. Thank goodness it isn't Friday when it was 37 here.
Well, a big fellow like Doolin would really have some problems in that case. He's 275 pounds, 6'4".
Today, the breeze here at Taylor Field is welcome relief from the blazing sun. Second down, 7 yards to go. J.C. Watts over the head of the intended receiver, Tony January. Coming across the middle, and Eddie Ray Walker right with him all the way, and that'll bring up third down, and Ken Clark will be in to punt for the second time here in the opening quarter.
Very difficult with his run and shoot offense, Dale, when you've got 3 brand new receivers, and the 4th one you only really worked with for 1 year. It takes a lot of coordination between the passer and receivers.
Kenny Clark, of course, used to play here in Saskatchewan. I said, this is your kind of day, Kenny. Nice breeze out of the northwest. He says, you watch, I won't get to punt once with the wind. Here he is again, punting first quarter.
He was tied for the lead in the Canadian Football League with 46.8 in 1984.
He's a good punter. Stu Fraser's a pretty good return man, too. He brings it back across the 50-yard line to about the 52. Let's go to Al.
Well, Dale, just an update on Gary Doolin, the big defensive end out of Ohio State, a key man, of course, in the Saskatchewan plans. He was shaken up a little bit. It's not too serious, but they are going to repair in the dressing room and re-tape a hamstring, and they expect Gary will be back in a couple of series.
Thank you, Al.
Okay, Saskatchewan offense on the field. They scored from the Ottawa 54 last time. Pow hitting Elarms for the touchdown. Saskatchewan first down from their own 52. They lead it 8-0. Elgard again down the middle. And the big guy is getting open, getting some space, and he's got another first down. He takes it to the Ottawa 36-yard line where Hirsch makes the tackle, a pickup of 22 yards.
Saskatchewan really does think the strength of their offense, the receivers, is in the inside. Elgard and Chris DeFrance, who is coming close to becoming the all-time leading receiver of the Saskatchewan Roughriders. They have not gone to DeFrance nearly as often as his counterpart on the other side, Elgard.
On first down, Pow going deep for Chris DeFrance. He'd done a corner pattern, and it went over his head. Pow had to throw that ball, I think, a little sooner than he wanted to because of the pressure.
Al Washington, the middle linebacker, coming in there. Another veteran from Ohio State, a former teammate of Gary Doolin, playing against each other. As you see DeFrance going down, Joe Pow looking for him very quickly, but not time enough to find him.
Second down and 10. Ball at the Ottawa 36. Quickly, Pow finds Elgard again over the shoulder catch, and another first down. David Outley, the corner, making the stop on Elgard at the 23-yard line, and it's a pickup of 13 yards.
Boy, good job by the offensive line of Saskatchewan as they fired out to keep everybody's hands down, because Joe dropped only 2 or 3 yards to release that football. They're throwing over some pretty big people. Greg Marshall at 6'4" on one side, and Williams the same on the other side. Good job by the offensive line of Saskatchewan, and Gotta thought that would be a key to this football game, how well they could protect Joe.
Pow, a little play-action fake, pumps once, will take off with it. This he doesn't do very often and really doesn't like to run with the football, but Joe's a competitor, and he picks up 5 or 6 yards. Towns was there to put the stop on him. He's now inside the Ottawa 20 to the 18-yard line. As you can see by those numbers, he's not exactly a Matt Dunnigan when it comes to running with the football.
Very few people in the Canadian Football League or any other league are Matt Dunnigan when it comes to taking off with the football as a quarterback.
Second down, 6
again.
Oh, wide open. David Conrad plows his way inside the 5-yard line. 16 more yards. Great drive by the Riders.
Once again, Joe Pow picks up that blitz. Washington, number 17, the middle linebacker, coming immediately. They pick him up right at the line of scrimmage, and Joe knows that center is wide open. Look at him. Bang, he's hitting right away. A la Ronnie Lancaster.
You bet. Chris Sigler, the safety, is the man who put the stop on him, but he was playing well downfield, and Conrad had more than enough for the first down as soon as he caught the ball, and he managed to pull his way inside the 5, and Homer Jordan comes into quarterback now as the Roughriders have their short yardage team in there. The quick pitch to Craig Ellis, getting outside, turns the corner, touchdown. Got some good blocks and a good job of running the ball by Craig Ellis. Saskatchewan increases its lead here with less than 4 minutes remaining first quarter. Well,
they've had a lot of enthusiasm from fans here for years and years, Dale, and It's kind of like show me year for Saskatchewan Roughrider fans. And in the first quarter of their first football game, they are showing them right now.
And David Ridgway out of the hold by Stu Fraser converts the touchdown by Craig Ellis. And the Saskatchewan Roughriders have opened up a 15-0 lead over the Ottawa Roughriders. We'll be back in just a moment.
The guy that does it all for the Western Riders, Craig Ellis, puts it in for the second time for Saskatchewan. The leading receiver in the entire Canadian Football League last year, and he shows that he can run with that football as well. Good job.
Caught 91 passes last year, and he also set a couple of records for kickoff returns. 42 in number and over 1,000 yards in return. Now Ridgway kicks off, puts it in the end zone once more. Zeno will bring it out this time. And he was slowed up. The blocking just didn't develop for him, and that allowed the coverage team, led by Rick Moore, to get downfield and make the tackle against Zeno at about the 12.5-yard line, an 18-yard return.
Dale, I don't know about the strategy there. You can see the flag and the wind that Ottawa is working against, but if you're 15-0 behind, what difference does 16 make?
Exactly.
You know, don't give up the first one, but once you've done that, you can give up the second one with really no problem.
And plus be out at your 35-yard line at first and 10 instead of at your 12.
3:31 remains in this first quarter.
Long count by J.C. Watts, looking to the short side of the field, throws incomplete, trying to hit Mike Williams again, and he's gone to Williams 3 or 4 times in this first quarter, and he is not connected yet.
You know, Dale, Ottawa might really be having bad luck here. The wind is actually abating. It was blowing awfully hard at the start of the game, but it's going down, and by the time they make the change, who knows, it could be still. And right now, Saskatchewan really making hay while the wind blows, and our old partner from the booth of last year seems to have adjusted pretty well to coaching again.
Go ahead.
I think they make wheat here, not hay.
Second down and 10. In trouble, J.C. Watts is wrapped up by Rick Moore, and he has some help. Scott Reddle, who's still in there, replacing Gary Doolin.
Once again, Freddie Fleming, our ISO director, has the right guy ISO. Rick Moore, number 76, does a super job of putting that pressure on. You're not going to block him very often with a back. That was Jim Reed, one of the better blockers in the Canadian Football League, but outmatched on that play. And once again, Ottawa have to kick against a stiff breeze.
From the end zone, Ken Clark get this punt away. End over end kick, it's short. Stu Fraser on the move. 31-yard line, and again, Saskatchewan will have great field position, a 29-yard punt. And Fraser brings it back 8 yards. We have 2:35 remaining in the opening quarter, and J.C. Watts and the run-and-shoot offense not clicking so far in the opening quarter. But Steve Barato will tell you the same thing in Calgary. It takes a while to get that offense going.
It doesn't look like the Ottawa Roughriders have the timing on that offense yet. That's not really that surprising, working with so many new people.
Well, this now gives Saskatchewan another opportunity to add to the lead. They're already out in front 15-0 and scored 2 touchdowns. Here in the opening quarter, Pow dumps it off. This is Conrad again, and Al Washington is there to meet him this time. He gets inside the 25-yard line to about the 23. It'll be a pickup of 7 yards.
What a great job Conrad did, too. Did you see him? He went over there and he stood up Jack Williams, the right defensive end. And as soon as Williams got rid of him, thinking that he was getting away from a block, he became the #1 receiver.
Well, when they drafted David Conrad, the first thing they said is because he's a clone of Ray Elgard, and you really get that impression once he gets his hands on the football. They look very similar in their running styles, and they're almost the same size.
And he could play several different spots as well,
Homer Jordan comes back into the ball game. Short yardage again. The quick pitch to Craig Ellis. Penalty marker is down. Ellis goes down inside the 20-yard line, and he does have first down yardage.
Ricky Barton from Ottawa certainly felt that he had spotted a penalty against Saskatchewan. You see what it is. Holding.
They'll bring it back. Instead of being a first down, Saskatchewan Roughriders will be looking at 2nd and 13, and they'll move the ball back out to the 33-yard line. And Joe Paupau will come back in offensively.
Holding Saskatchewan number 66. Second down repeat.
Dale, I've just checked with the Saskatchewan dressing room with Gary Doolin not appearing, and apparently he was hit in the head as you're watching a replay of that last play that involved the penalty. Gary was hit in the head, and that was what the shakeup was. He's experiencing some dizzy spells, so now they say probably won't play in the first half.
He's gone to the locker room now as well. Paupau for Craig Ellis. Did he catch it? They're going to give it to him. I thought he lost control of the ball and it hit the ground.
I thought he double dribbles.
And we have a penalty flag.
I think Paupau may have been hit after the whistle. Once again, Washington was coming in there on a blitz. And once again, Freddie Fleming, our ISO director, can show you it with just the two folks in action.
20-yard gain. Now watch, does he control it?
Oh, I don't know if he ever had control of that football.
Either way, they were going to get a first down out of it because of the penalty, but it's going to be tacked onto the yardage here on this, what is called a catch by Craig Ellis.
Good shot, Freddie.
So that'll put the ball at the 12-yard line with 1:08 remaining in the first quarter. Here's the penalty call.
Major foul, roughing the passer. Ottawa 17. Unnecessary roughness. Saskatchewan 61 after the play is over. First down.
Okay.
That's who it was, middle linebacker Al Washington coming in there hitting Joe Paupau, but Willie Thomas was also called for an infraction. Nevertheless, the Riders from the West will have a first down at the 12-yard line. There's 1:08 remaining in this first quarter, and Saskatchewan leads 15-0.
Just had a quick look at the number of first downs by each team so far. And
well, now they're bringing it back out to the 22. But it still will be a first down.
21-yard line.
Interesting placement of the ball.
I'm
not sure what's going on there.
That. He marched it back 9 yards in any event, not 10. It's at the 21-yard line.
First and 10, Saskatchewan. Paupau for Elgard, threw that one behind him. Going to bring up second down. Elgard's been a busy man here in the first quarter. He's made 4 catches for 68 yards. Stu Fraser will come in from the bench now and bring a play in with him. And Mike Collmore will come out. So Fraser will line up as a wide receiver. Second down, 10 yards to go, Saskatchewan from the Ottawa 21. Paupau goes to the shotgun formation for the first time this afternoon. Steps up, throws deep down the middle, and Chris DeFrance is there to make the catch inside the 5-yard line.
Once again, Dale, those inside receivers using their big size. DeFrance, 6'1", 205, but he's a big 205. Goes up and shields himself from the defender. Chris needs only 49 more receptions to be the all-time leading receiver from Saskatchewan to pass none other than Huey Campbell.
That was a 17-yard gain, his first catch of the afternoon. This will be the last play of the opening quarter. A little bit of a mix-up there in the motion. Craig Ellis takes the handoff and gets near the 1-yard line. The Ottawa defenders hold him out of the end zone, and that'll do it. The first quarter comes to an end, and Saskatchewan threatening to increase their lead when we come back. After the first 15 minutes of play, it's Saskatchewan 15 and Ottawa nothing. We'll return with the second quarter in a moment.